Minute 58 of Dr. No. My name is Brian.
And my name is Christian.
And this is the podcast that takes the longest running, most smooth, suave, debonair spy franchise there is and shakes it out. One glorious minute at a time. Never stirred. Because this is Bond. Minute Bond. Sorry, I stepped on your thing.
It's all right.
I forgot to mention in the last minute that song that he puts on vinyl. Mango Banana.
Is it the same song from the beginning?
I mean, from the last minute.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about, but is that the same song that was playing at the beginning of the movie? It's not, right?
No, it's just a very interesting song to put on. And Christian, what happened in this minute? I feel very vindicated with my guesses.
You feel very what?
Vindicated with some of my guesses. One, he's going to be playing solitaire. Two, he was reaching for his gun. We still don't know if there's more people outside, but there's only one on the inside, which is what I was remembering. Yeah. But solitaire and gunplay.
You're right. He hears the door open, and then he reaches for his gun. And then we see the bedroom door open, and we see a hand with a silencer gun just like his.
Yep.
He's shooting at the bed. What is it, like 3 times? And then he walks into the room, and Bond tells him to put his gun down, and he's pointing a gun at him. So I was right about there being just one person, but I didn't think it was going to be the professor.
Gotcha.
I thought it was going to be a different henchman that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, I think I was always remembering that it was going to be the doctor just because of that book that talked about it and memory from when I had watched this film. But it's interesting that he put on the record at all, considering that it was dead or wasn't playing by the time the doctor showed up. So maybe that was just there to help us show how much time has passed. You know, if there's maybe an hour's worth of songs on one side of a vinyl or something.
Right. That makes sense.
Damn, this doctor is so fucking late.
Yeah. Maybe he had to wait until his shift was over.
Yeah. He owns that practice. But yeah, even in that small walking up shot, we didn't see any view of Bond's car.
No. So what I'm starting to notice, though, is that about every 10 minutes or so, there's like some kind of action or suspenseful scene. Because
that's
now we're getting
thing that usually happens with executives where like there needs to be action every 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, I didn't know how frequently that would be. And it's probably, it changes from movie to movie, right? But maybe in the Bond movies, it was every 10 minutes at the beginning, like in the first movie, and where we are today, it's like it's got to be every minute, every 2 minutes. Like it's so much faster.
Definitely true for Quantum of Solace. Ooh, that's packed with it. You cookie-eating motherfucker. So, Christian, tell me your long and detailed opinions on the Bond franchise right now. No waiting. Just shove that whole cookie in your mouth. I just
want to point out that was the last of my cookie.
Now I'm going to go over to my licorice.
I got no more candy or snacks.
Just a big old 10-pound milkshake.
No. No.
Don't worry, we're on minute 58, so in 3 minutes he's going to have a whole lot more cookies when you're listening to it.
No, I should have made him last longer, but I didn't.
I wonder how red your eyes are going to look on camera.
They're not that red. So what's going to happen in the next minute?
Let me re-listen to the end of this, just so.
Yeah, you're going to have to talk about that last bit of dialogue because I didn't get to really comprehend most of it.
All right. So the rest of the minute, I went back and watched it with subtitles. One, he actually fired 6 shots. And then he said, stop, Professor, I'm behind you. And a couple things I thought were interesting were, first, he turned on the whole room's light with a switch that was attached to a cord. So that was kind of cool. For like dramatic effect. But then he tells him to sit down, and the doctor asked, the girl talked, and he said, but of course. But the girl didn't talk. They didn't do much talking whatsoever during the 17 hours that he was there, and the doctor wasn't showing up.
So now Bond is making the professor believe that he definitely knows a lot already.
Yeah.
So he'll be, whatever he shares with him, whatever the professor shares with Bond is going to be like stuff he already knew anyway. So,
or that the doctor thinks he already knew.
Right. That's what I mean.
But I saw the subtitles for the end of this sentence, but he starts saying, I was suspicious of you at the club.
The Queen's Club.
The King's Club. All right. The Queen's Club? The Queen's Club.
Yeah.
But he's just been suspicious of him since the get. Like, he was being so thorough to make sure that he was telling the truth about the samples, but he took his time, like, waiting to catch him red-handed when like, it's just one random car chase, and then he's like, all right, I'm going to ship this woman off. You know, he took his sweet time with the doctor, and he didn't take any time at all with the secretary.
Yeah, good points. All good points.
But yeah, what do you think is going to happen in the next minute?
I think in the next minute, the professor's gonna tell him where to. I think he's gonna tell him where he can find Dr. No. Or he's gonna.
But before you do that, let me just call a taxi.
He already thinks Bond knows this stuff. I think he's gonna come out and say a lot more than he would originally want to. I guess. I don't know.
Gotcha. How do you think he's gonna arrest him or take him out? Do you think he's going to arrest him?
Bond, yeah, I think he's going to take him down to the government house.
Is he going to call another taxi, quote unquote, or is he going to take his own car and maybe put him in the trunk?
I think he's going to call. I think he's going to call somebody, and then it's going to cut to the scene of him being put into the car.
Okay. Leave those ratings or reviews on Apple Podcasts because we're going to eat more cereal with Red Stripe as our milk for every rating and review. Or if you're watching this and we're years past that challenge, there's always a new challenge. So go over there. If you're watching on video, please like, subscribe, and check out the other Minute podcasts. They're really, really great. I really like them. And I've been forgetting to say, if you want to follow along in these minutes, go over to Instagram at BondMinuteBond and watch with us. Well, you'll watch the minute and we'll talk about it. So you won't be watching with us, but it's the closest thing that we can supply. What's your name, sir?
My name is Christian.
My name is Brian.
And that was money.
Every penny of it. 1,
2,
3,
4,
007.